Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to do water slide decals. So first thing we're going to start with is applying the decal itself, and it's kind of hard to see for the little piece I'm using, but this is an example of the water slide decal sheet and how it looks. You can typically tell because you can see the raised edges to the water slide decals. If they're water slide decals, they're going to have a small bit of tack to them like this. They'll typically be on like a light blue piece of paper. The dry transfers we'll do in another video, but this one is so small it's kind of hard to see the little emblem right there because this is for a HG kit. But the first thing you're going to do is take your water slide decal and cut it out, all separate pieces, and you're going to submerge that in a little bit of water and just give it a little time to sit like that wet. So once it's sat wet for just a little bit, you might be able to see if it can slide around in the paperwork. You can wet your Q-tip just to slide it off of there, and just slide it against there. You can see if it comes loose. This one's not quite ready yet. We'll let it sit just a little bit longer wet. We'll test it again, just to see if it slides in the paper, and now it does. So we'll pull our piece back over, and we're just gonna slide it right onto the piece, roughly where we want it, but right off the bat it doesn't have to be exact. Keep your Q-tip wet for this so it doesn't absorb up most of the water until you get your placement where you want it. So you can move it around to get it nicely placed, and you can swap to the other side of the Q-tip and sop up some of the water, and you'll still have a little bit of play on there. I think that should be very good. So we'll let that dry for just a little bit, and water slide decals really aren't that bad. They're not something too difficult to work with, so I'm not quite sure why so many people have an issue with it, because water slide decals to me look the absolute best. You lose a lot of the edges of the decal foiling on there once everything is nice and dry. So we'll let this dry up, and I think that'll be perfect. It's going to be a lot of decals to go across the kit, but it'll be well worth it in the end. Alright guys, now that it's all dried up, give you a nice example of how it looks. You can still see a little bit of the foiling on the edge, but once it's top coated, if you use a gloss clear or a matte clear, you won't be able to see the difference. So if you guys have any more suggestions for tutorials you'd like to see, be sure to leave them in the comment section below, and like and subscribe so you can get more gunplay building videos. Thanks guys!